Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. We are continuing our reading of the Tafseer. It's been extremely helpful and informative to expand my knowledge, and I'm pretty sure yours as well. We will continue. We were dealing with Surah Al-Baqarah 130 through 134. But one who debases himself with folly, that is, he transgresses against himself, and humiliates himself, accepting for himself that which is inferior. Okay, so accepting that which is inferior. And he sold his soul for a cheap price. By the same token, there is no one who is wiser or more mature than one who follows the religion of Ibrahim. Then Allah tells us of Ibrahim's status in this world and the hereafter. Okay, so clearly, Ibrahim is very important. Now, one who debases himself with folly, humiliates himself. You have to really work hard to not want to go through humiliation. There's people out there who love to humiliate people. They get a kick out of it. They feed off of it. And then the people who get attacked kind of self-deprecate in really weird ways. And they can almost come to hate themselves and become very strange. So, true, you shouldn't accept something that is humiliating. It does something to you that shifts, like, permanently the way in which people see you. And so you even change the way you walk and your body language. It like radiates from you, and then people respond to you in different ways. So yeah, I would agree, you shouldn't just go about humiliating yourself all the time. Some people, though, blur the lines between comedy, being able to laugh at oneself, but then they don't look at the point of like humiliation. And then some people, they don't want you to shame anybody. And it's like, whoa. So if you even try to like say something is humiliating that someone's doing, and they say, well, I like doing it, and then you're like, okay, so, and then you can get in trouble if you point that out. So we're living in pretty weird times. It's really interesting. We chose him in this world, that is, we selected him and guided him to do good deeds, by virtue of which he became one of the chosen and truly good. And in the hereafter he will be among the righteous who will have the highest status. Remember when his Lord said to him, "Submit to me," he said in obedience to his Lord, "I submit to the Lord of the worlds," with sincerity, affirming his oneness, out of love for him and turning to him. So Tawheed, affirming the oneness of Allah, became his defining characteristic. Okay, here we go. So, in Islam, this is a very distinct description of Ibrahim. So, he submitted himself and confirmed the oneness, and he did it from love and turned towards the Maker fully. Wow. Then he passed down the legacy of Tawheed, pure monotheism. Okay, pure monotheism, that is very interesting. To his descendants, enjoining it upon them and leaving it as a word to endure among those who came after him, what they might turn back to Allah. Thus it was handed down from one to another, until it reached Yaqub, who enjoined it upon his sons. Okay, Yaqub, who enjoined it upon his sons. So you, O sons of Yaqub, see that your father enjoined it upon you in particular. So you are obliged to submit completely and follow the seal of the prophets. Follow the seal of the prophets. As Yaqub said, O my sons, Allah has chosen this religion for you. That is, He selected it for you out of mercy and kindness towards you. So adhere to it, follow it, and mold your character in accordance with its teaching. Okay, mold your character in accordance with its teachings, adhere to it, so that you may persist in that, and do not let death come to you except when you are adhering to that, because whoever lives his life following something will die in that state, and whoever dies following something will be resurrected in the same state. Wait, what? What do you mean resurrected in the same state? Wait a minute. Hold on. So, you mean as in like suffering? Or like whatever you were doing at the moment you passed? Huh. Explain that one to me, fam. As the Jews claimed to be following the religion of Ibrahim and of Yaqub after him, Allah said, denouncing them, or were you present when death came to Yaqub? And he said to his sons, by way of testing them, and so as to have the joy of certainty whilst he was still alive, that they would adhere to what he enjoined upon them. They would adhere to what they enjoined upon him. Okay. Were you present? What will you worship after I am gone? They answered him in a way that brought him joy, as they said, we will worship your God and the God of your forefathers, of Ibrahim, Ishmael, and Ishaq, one God, and we will not associate anything with him, or regard anyone as equal to him. Okay, again, here we go again. Another point, we get it. One God, again, is mentioned here. No association of partners. And nothing is equal. Nothing is equal. So, very point here theologically. And to him we submit as Muslims. Thus they combine monotheism with righteous deeds. Okay, so Muslims combining monotheism with righteous deeds. It is well known that they, the Jews of Medina, were not present when Yaqub died, because they did not exist yet, as they were not present. Allah tells us that he, Yaqub, enjoined his sons to follow the path of monotheism, not Judaism. Interesting. Okay, so that would be a distinction where the two religions would branch off. Okay. Then Allah, glory be to him, says, what is a nation which has already passed away and no longer exists? Interesting. So this would, I don't know anything about the bloodlines of this area, so this is out of my realm of even knowledge. They will have what they earned, and you will have what you earn. That is, each person has his own deeds, and will be requited according to what he did. No one will be brought to account for the sin of another. You see that? No one will be brought to account for the sin of another. Your deeds are your own. Deeds are your own. And no one will benefit except from his own faith and piety. So your preoccupation with them and your claims that you are following their religion and your being content with mere words are matters that do not make sense, because there is no reality to them. Rather, what you must do is examine your own situation and see whether it will help you attain salvation or not. Hey, good point. That's some solid advice. He just laid it out for us. I mean, talk about speaking plain. I like it. Right? He's like, no, the reality is that what you're doing is what you'll earn, and you'll attain your salvation with your own merits. What you did, there's no scapegoating, there's no borrowing a legacy of anyone else, there's no LinkedIn for paradise, in a sense, right? Very clear. 2:135. They say, becomes Jews or Christians, then you will be rightly guided. Say, rather, the religion of Ibrahim, the monotheist, and he was not one of those who ascribe partners to Allah. Okay, so another point here. Ibrahim, a strict monotheist. Very important, just to clarify. So I'm really gaining a deeper understanding with this book, truly.